New at 4, NASCAR driver Cody Ware is suspended indefinitely after being arrested in Iredell County. According to the sheriff's office, Ware is charged with assault by strangulation and assault on a female. Bond was set at $3,000. Ware races for his father's team, Rick Ware Racing. In a statement, the team says Matt Crafton will drive the number 51 Ford Mustang for the time being.
Alright, so Cody Ware got arrested for strangling some chick and sending her to the hospital with pretty serious injuries. I don't think it's necessary for me to go on any sort of performative rant here. This dude's a wanker. I think we can all agree on that. What I want to talk about instead is how attentive NASCAR fans knew that some sort of Cody Ware incident, in quotations, was always on the horizon. So the question then becomes, well, how did we know this? I want to throw it back to the 2021 Spring Martinsville race. I believe this occurred on April 10th or 11th, 2021. There was a rain delay, so they ran it over 2 days. Little odd piece of trivia here. This race occurred almost 2 years exactly before his arrest. Pretty odd how that works, eh? Anyways, if you guys don't remember this race, this was the Martinsville race where Cody Ware was just involved in pretty much every accident to the point where even Mike Joy just started making fun of the guy. Now, on the surface, all this really looked like to the average viewer was just a backmarker team having somewhat of a bad day. Whatever, it's funny. Mike Joy seems a little annoyed that Cody Ware keeps bringing out cautions, but whatever, it is what it is. Some drivers are just bad, it happens, oh well. What if I told you that this wasn't actually the full story? What if I told you that attentive NASCAR fans listening to scanner audio for Cody Ware's teammate James Davison caught something that either NASCAR and officials just missed out on, or intentionally opted not to show you? For some added context, Rick Ware Racing had 2 cars entered into this race, the 51 of Cody Ware, which is Rick Ware's son, as well as the 15 Camaro driven by James Davison. Who is James Davison? Well, he's not Cody Ware. He almost won the Star Mazda Championship in 2007, and then again the Firestone Indy Lights Championship in 2009, coming second place in both. He's also got a couple of GT3 wins in Pirelli World Challenge, and is generally one of the better journeyman road racers in North America. Cool, you're up to speed. Now, why people were listening to James Davison's scanner audio of all things during a Martinsville race, I don't really know why. But in doing so, they caught an extremely interesting exchange which, 2 years later, now serves as incredible foreshadowing. Judging by the timestamp, this is about halfway through the race. Someone jumps into the NASCAR thread on 4chan's sports board and says, you guys gotta listen to James Davison's scanner audio right now. He is losing his mind at Cody Ware. Now, yes, I did find this on 4chan, but this was not some schizo conspiracy theory. This was all over Twitter. This was like a major storyline of this race. You had these 2 backmarker teammates just crashing into each other, and it was just insane. Really embarrassing look for the team in the sport. What came next pushed things a little further. People started listening to Cody Ware's scanner audio and heard him admit that he was just going to straight up wreck his teammate anytime he saw him on the track. So Cody Ware is having a meltdown during this Martinsville race. And his dad and his crew chief both have to talk him out of it like he's a literal child. This is all occurring in a professional auto race in America's biggest racing series. This is embarrassing, but this takes a pretty dark and strange turn. Fans pick up the following exchange taking place on James Davison's scanner audio. James supposedly queued up the mic and says, "Rick, get your fucking son under control. He is mentally ill. He shouldn't be out here. What is going on?" The way I interpret this exchange, it seems like the whole team knew that Cody Ware had pretty deep issues going on, and people on the team just sort of put up with it. But now that shit has finally hit the fan, you have a pretty accomplished sports car and open wheel racer begging the team to put a stop to it because it's unsafe and ridiculous. This dude figured it out before the rest of us did. Now, there's something else I want to touch on here. How did this not get investigated by NASCAR? Not too long ago in the NHL, there was an incident where a ref was caught on a hot mic admitting that he wanted to intentionally give teams penalties during a game to keep things interesting. Within days, the league investigated him and fired him.
This is the moment that got referee Tim Peel in trouble.
It wasn't much, but I wanted to get a penalty against Nashville early in the...
4 seconds caught on a hot microphone, suggesting the ref was hunting for a penalty to call, putting an end to a career that spanned more than 1,000 games over 2 decades. The NHL Senior Executive Vice President of Hockey Operations says Tim Peel no longer will be working games now or in the future, and that nothing is more important than ensuring the integrity of the game.
So, does anyone want to explain to me how something like this could happen, where a guy's own teammate starts begging his dad to take him out of the sport in the middle of a race because he's dangerous and unstable and shouldn't be out here? And he also doesn't understand why no action is being taken? Did we really have a legitimately crazy dude just running around in NASCAR's top series, enabled by his dad? How is this allowed to happen in a pro sports league? How did NASCAR not catch wind of the scanner audio and be like, we need to look into this a bit more? Did nobody thoroughly investigate this so 2 years down the road he wouldn't be running around beating women? That would have been pretty smart.